Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a 200k squad builder around the team of the season, Muriel. Now I haven't used this card, I've done the SBC for him, you can see his in-game stats there. At the moment it says minus 13 and everything, it's just because he's only on 3 chemistry. But very, very good looking card. Haven't used him yet, he is the only person in this team I haven't used yet. But we are going to build a squad around him that I think is usable and is full of cards that I have used before. So, if you plan on using a 4-5-1, which is the formation I'm running right now for this team, it can be varied into other formations in game. So if you end up like changing in game to a 4-2-3-1, for example, it works okay on a 4-2-3-1 with the substitute. But if a 4-5-1 is a formation you're planning on using, or you plan on using this exact team, there's a video you need to check out on Arthur, aka West Coast United's channel. He did do a custom tactics video for the 4-5-1. Very good video, he's a very good player, very much worth your time checking that video out to see some suggestions for the 4-5-1 formation for custom tactics. But without further ado, we are going to get into this. As I said before, it's a 200,000 coin budget around Muriel, so the 10 players around him are going to cost you around 200,000 coins, and at the time of recording right now it is 200k. So we're going to start off here. In goal, Szczesny, 86 Szczesny. Fantastic keeper. Any variant of Szczesny is very, very usable. His 86 is about 22,000 coins. It's a very, very usable card, and I highly recommend him. If you can afford better versions, then again, I would recommend that. But 86 Szczesny, fantastic keeper. Cannot recommend him enough. Next to him, another upgraded card, and that is the 83 João Cancelo. Again, phenomenal. Just a very, very good card. For an 82 rated card, very, very, very usable. Obviously has a team of the season out right now, so his price is a little bit higher than usual. But he's still sitting around 8,000 coins last time I checked. So 8k for that. Add an anchor, or if you're happy with 89 pace, Sentinel, and he's going to do your bits at the back. Next to him, we're going to go with Manolas, however it's said. Very, very usable card. Again, very quick for a centre-back. With an anchor card, he goes up to like 90 pace, which is ridiculous. Very, very defensive. Decent physicals, but with that anchor card, ups it again to nearly 90, which is, again, very, very helpful. Next to him, we're going to go with Skriniar. We're going to go with his 86, so his upgrade. Again, an incredibly usable card. 88 defense and 84 physical is fantastic. It's very, very usable. He's going to win you a lot of balls, and he's just going to do very, very well for you. I highly recommend that to those two as a defensive partnership. The medium high with the low high, they just stay back. They just do a really, really good job back there. And at left back, one of the best, especially for his price, left backs in the game. And I'm sure it's going to surprise no one when you see me putting Alexandra in this team. Absolute baller. Just such a good fullback. Really is such a good fullback. One of the best in the game. 100%. So I cannot recommend Sandro enough. But again, it's around 20,000 coins. I have the list in front of me in case you're wondering what's going on. 25,000 coins at the moment on the market. Well, we'll say 26,000 coins. And it is one of the most expensive players on this team. He's the third most expensive player on the team around the Muriel. So I think he's worth that price. That's me just being brutally honest with you right now. In the midfield, I've gone with quite a defensive midfielder because your centre mid is going to be playing like a CDM for you. And I've gone with the 85 Matuidi. Very, very good here. There are other options if you wanted to make it a little bit cheaper. Alan, you could pick up Alan for about half the price of Matuidi. But I think Matuidi's very, very good. He's just all over the pitch, 94 stamina as well, which is fantastic. He's just a very, very good card. You do need to up that physical stat a little bit just to get that strength up. That's the only thing for me on this card. His strength is a little bit low. His jumping's pretty good. Heading accuracy is a little bit naff, but for a CDM, it's more the jumping that you need because you need to make sure he gets the ball. If it doesn't quite always go exactly where you want, it's not as important as if he's shooting. So I would 100% recommend Matuidi in the CM position. Out on the right wing, we are looking at Quadrado. Very good, very usable card. The main reason this guy's in there, honestly, is the 5-star skill moves. He's got 3-star weak foot, which isn't ideal, but he is a right mid. If he was a left mid, I'd have more problems with that. But as a right mid, he's got obviously a good right foot, whip those crosses in. But for me, 5-star skill moves is quite important to have on, at least a player or so. And on a smaller budget, Cuadrado is a very, very good card for somebody with 5-star skill moves. I would say you need to increase the shooting stats. You probably need to increase the passing stats as well. He's not overly physical. He's one of the weaker links in this entire team, but I do think he is very, very viable. So I would say that he makes my team here. At cam, I've gone with a card that is actually normally a centre forward, Alejandro Gomez. Just his 84 version. Again, if you can afford other versions, then feel free to. But normally a centre forward card. Does do a job at cam. Very, very pacey. Again, a nice combo of 4-star, 4-star for a cam. That's, for me, is perfect. He's not very tall. That's one thing to bear in mind. But a very viable cam. Very, very good dribbling. Again, shooting needs boosting a little bit with a chem style. But fantastic and really, really good just behind a striker. Next to him, this is the most expensive player on the entire team, like in the entire squad, and that is Paulo Dybala. His 89, again, just going with standard cards. For me, very similar to Gomez in the fact he's a fantastic cam, but for very different reasons. This guy is going to get you goals from the edge of that box. He's going to be picking up goals. Not particularly physical, neither of the two cams are, but both very good on the ball, both very good at shooting, and I think both will get you very, very good amounts of goals. So Dybala is the other cam. And up top, finally, a very, very good player, and somebody that you can actually kind of rotate around with your other cams if you find they don't work the best for you. So like position-wise, I've gone with Mertens. Fantastic striker. He's a little bit quicker than Dybala, which is why I put him up top. His shooting is not quite as high, but again, chem style, something like a Deadeye, something like a finisher. He's going to get you goals. That is the only flaw in this team, physicality. That's the only issue I've ever kind of found. But if you're a good passer of the ball, you're good on the ball, you're good at dribbling, you've got a couple of like skill moves in your arsenal, I think this team will work really, really well for you. So make sure, like I said, you go and check out Arthur's video for the custom tactics to really get the most out of this team. I did kind of build it with those custom tactics in mind, so that I picked players that I think would work with that custom tactic build and setup as well. But 200,000 coins for those 10 players around that Muriel, I think that is a fantastic squad. It's a really viable team for the weekend league. If you're struggling a little bit, or you've got a few coins and a few upgrades to make, and you're kind of wondering players to fit around it, if you've maybe done that Muriel and you want to find a team to really fit him into, I think this team is a very, very viable team. I think it can do you a job at weekend league. If you're a gold finisher, I think this team will be perfect for you. I think it could easily get you gold 3, gold 2 if you're at that high enough level of player. But for a budgeted squad of around 200,000 coins, I think that's a very, very viable team. But if you like the team, make sure you let me know by leaving a thumbs up. If you want to see more squad builders, or you want to see a player to do a squad builder around, or a formation, or like a price range or something, make sure you let me know in the comment section. I do try and pride myself on reading all of my comments. But like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Of course, subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell to be made so you know whenever I go live or whenever I upload a video. So thank you very much for always watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, look after yourselves. See you later.
Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.